The Defiance. Captain Maya Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the EDF Defiance, Earth's first and only true warship. Through the view screen, the blackness of space stretched before her, punctuated by distant stars and the blue curve of Earth below. The ship had been her home for 3 years, a controversial project built in secret against the wishes of the United Earth government's more pacifist factions. Status report, she commanded, her voice steady despite the weight of anticipation. Lieutenant Commander Wei Chen looked up from his console. All systems operational, Captain. Stealth systems functioning at optimal levels. We remain undetected. Maya nodded, her dark eyes fixed on the anomaly that had brought them to this moment. The gravitational distortion had appeared just beyond lunar orbit 12 hours ago, growing steadily in size and intensity. Earth's scientists had been baffled, but Maya recognized it from classified reports, a wormhole signature, exactly matching theoretical models for faster-than-light travel. Contact approaching, announced Tactical Officer Kiran Sharma, her voice tight. Configuration unknown. Size estimate. Enormous. The bridge fell silent as the distortion expanded, space itself seeming to tear open. Through the rift emerged a vessel that dwarfed the Defiance, a massive structure of dark metal with pulsing blue energy conduits running along its surface like veins. "It's beautiful," whispered Communications Officer Jackson Daniels. Maya didn't disagree, but beauty and danger often walked hand in hand. "Open a channel," standard greeting package. "Channel open," Daniels confirmed. "Transmitting first contact protocols on all frequencies." For 15 tense minutes, there was no response. Then, without warning, a beam of energy lanced out from the alien vessel, striking the communications satellite in geosynchronous orbit. The satellite didn't explode. It simply ceased to exist. They just vaporized the comset. Sharma reported, "No radiation signature, no debris." "Receiving transmission," Daniels called out. "Audio and visual." On screen, Maya ordered, straightening her uniform. The view screen shifted to show a humanoid figure with iridescent blue skin and 4 eyes arranged in a diamond pattern. When it spoke, its voice resonated with harmonics that made Maya's teeth ache. "Humans of Earth," the translation program rendered. "We are the Vraxian Collective. Your world has been identified as resource-rich and technologically primitive. Submit to integration or face elimination. You have 1 planetary rotation to comply." The transmission ended abruptly. "Sir," Chen said quietly, "they just scanned our entire planet. Deep scan. They know our population centers, our military installations, everything." Maya's jaw tightened. Humanity had debated for centuries whether they were alone in the universe and whether first contact would be peaceful. Now they had their answer, and it was neither. "Alert Earth Command," she ordered, "and bring us out of stealth. Position between that vessel and Earth." "Captain?" Chen questioned, though his hands were already moving across his console. "The Defiance was built for reconnaissance and defense. That ship is at least 20 times our size." Maya's expression hardened. "And yet we're the only thing standing between them and 8 billion people who don't know the universe just became a much more dangerous place." As the Defiance moved into position, its stealth systems powering down, Maya knew they were revealing themselves to an enemy of unknown capabilities. The Vraxian vessel immediately adjusted its heading, orienting what appeared to be weapons systems toward the suddenly visible Earth ship. "They're targeting us," Sharma reported. "Shields at maximum," Maya ordered. "Arm all weapons systems." "Captain," Daniels interrupted, "incoming transmission from Earth Command." The stern face of Admiral Hassan appeared on screen. "Captain Rodriguez, what the hell are you doing?" "My job, sir," Maya replied evenly. "The aliens have threatened Earth with elimination if we don't surrender. They've already destroyed a satellite to demonstrate their capabilities." Hassan's expression darkened. "The Security Council is preparing a diplomatic response. You are ordered to stand down immediately." "With respect, Admiral," Diplomacy requires time. I don't believe they're going to give us that luxury. As if to punctuate her words, the alien vessel fired again, not at Earth, but directly at the Defiance. Time seemed to slow as the energy beam approached. Brace for impact, Maya shouted. But what happened next defied expectation. As the beam struck the Defiance's experimental quantum shields, something unexpected occurred. Instead of penetrating or overloading the shields, the energy seemed to scatter, fracturing into harmless light. Shields holding at 92%, Chen reported, disbelief evident in his voice. The quantum diffusion matrix is absorbing their energy weapon. Dr. Elena Petrov, the ship's science officer and designer of the shield system, looked up from her station with wide eyes. It's working better than theoretical models predicted. Their energy weapons operate on quantum principles similar to our shields. There's a resonance effect. The bridge crew exchanged glances of cautious hope. The Defiance had been outfitted with experimental technology, much of it deemed too risky or untested for full deployment. Now that gamble was paying unexpected dividends. They're preparing to fire again, Sharma warned. Evasive maneuvers, Maya ordered. And return fire. Kinetic projectiles only. Let's see if physical weapons fare better than energy against their defenses. The Defiance's railguns fired, accelerating tungsten rods to a fraction of light speed. The projectiles struck the Vraxian vessel with devastating effect, punching through what appeared to be their outer hull. Direct hit, Sharma confirmed. They appear to have focused their defenses on energy weapons, not physical impacts. Maya allowed herself a tight smile. Human innovation and adaptability had always been their greatest strengths. The Vraxians clearly hadn't expected resistance, much less effective resistance. "Captain, we're being hailed," Daniels announced. The alien commander appeared again, its 4 eyes narrowed in what Maya interpreted as surprise or anger. "Your resistance is unexpected," it stated. "Your species was assessed as pre-spacefaring." "Your assessment was incomplete," Maya replied evenly. "The Defiance is merely one example of human ingenuity. We are not seeking conflict, but we will defend ourselves." "Impossible," the alien commander said. "Our intelligence indicated your world was divided, your technology primitive. We can be both of those things and still surprise you." Maya answered, "We request you withdraw from Earth space immediately." The Vraxian commander studied her for a long moment. "Your request is noted. But be warned, human. The collective does not retreat. We will return, and in greater numbers." The transmission ended, and the massive alien vessel began to move away, its damaged section visibly venting some kind of plasma into space. "They're creating another gravimetric distortion," Chen reported, preparing to leave the system. "Let them go," Maya ordered, "but track their exit vector if possible." As the Vraxian ship disappeared through another tear in space, the bridge erupted in cheers. Maya allowed it for a moment before raising her hand for silence. "This isn't over," she said quietly. "They'll be back, and they won't underestimate us twice." Admiral Hassan's face reappeared on the view screen. "Rodriguez, what just happened?" "First contact, sir," she replied. "Hostile. But we've bought Earth some time." Hassan's expression was unreadable. "Return to base immediately. The Security Council is convening an emergency session." After the transmission ended, Dr. Petrov approached Maya's chair. "Captain, I've been analyzing the data from our engagement. The quantum resonance effect between our shields and their weapons wasn't just luck. Something about human brain activity. Our neural patterns enabled me to design the quantum matrix in a way that naturally counteracts their technology." Maya raised an eyebrow. "Explain." "Human consciousness operates on quantum principles that are fundamentally different from the Vraxians," Petrov continued. "Our shields work because they incorporate those principles. It's as if we're naturally adapted to resist them," Maya finished. "Could we weaponize this advantage?" Petrov nodded slowly. "Given time and resources." "Absolutely." Maya turned to look at the stars where the alien ship had vanished. Humanity had just survived its first extraterrestrial encounter, not through diplomacy or surrender, but through resistance and adaptability. The Vraxians would return, but Earth would be ready. Then that's exactly what we're going to do, she said, because next time, it won't be just one ship. Part 2. The Alliance. 6 months after the Defiance's encounter with the Vraxian vessel, Earth had transformed. Ancient rivalries between nations had been set aside in the face of an existential threat. The United Earth Defense Force had expanded from a theoretical construct to a reality, with shipyards in orbit constructing vessels based on the Defiance's successful design. Maya Rodriguez, now Admiral Rodriguez, stood in the command center of Lunar Base Alpha, watching holographic displays of Earth's growing fleet. 27 ships, each incorporating the quantum shield technology it had proven so effective against Vraxian weapons. It wasn't enough. Not nearly enough. But it was a start. Admiral, Lieutenant Commander Chen called from his station. We're detecting gravitational anomalies at the edge of the solar system. Multiple signatures. Maya's expression remained calm, though her heart rate quickened. How many? 17. No, 23 distinct signatures, much larger than before. She nodded, having expected this day would come. Alert all vessels. Battle stations. As Earth's defense fleet moved into predetermined positions, the first of the Vraxian ships emerged from hyperspace. Maya studied the tactical display with a practiced eye. The alien fleet was indeed larger, but also different. Some vessels bore markings and configurations distinct from the Vraxian design they had encountered before. Admiral, Communications Officer Daniels spoke up. We're receiving a transmission, but it's not from the Vraxian ships. It's coming from the third vessel in their formation. On screen, Maya ordered. The being that appeared wasn't Vraxian. It had a slender, almost crystalline appearance, with translucent skin that seemed to shift colors as it moved. Humans of Earth, it began, its voice melodious and precise. I am Ambassador Xylos of the Galactic Council. We have been observing your encounter with the Vraxian collective. What transpired was unexpected. Maya stepped forward. What exactly was unexpected, Ambassador? That we defended ourselves. That you could. Tylos replied simply. The Vraxians have subjugated 12 species across 3 spiral arms. None have successfully resisted their initial contact protocol. Your quantum shield technology is of particular interest. Maya exchanged glances with Dr. Petrov, who had joined her in the command center. We're not interested in sharing our technology with unknown parties, especially those arriving alongside a hostile force. A reasonable caution, Xylos acknowledged, but misplaced in this instance. The Vraxian vessels you see are not here by choice. They have been compelled to attend this meeting by Council authority. As if to demonstrate, the view screen split to show a Vraxian commander, visibly agitated. The Council exceeds its mandate. Earth is not a signatory to the Galactic Compact. Their resistance to integration is a direct threat to collective security. Silence. Xylos commanded, and to Maya's surprise, the Vraxian obeyed. Earth has demonstrated technological innovation that qualifies them for protected status under Compact Article 7. Maya listened carefully, piecing together the political dynamics at play. The Galactic Council appeared to be some form of interstellar governance body, with the authority to intervene in conflicts between species. The Vraxians, while powerful, were apparently subject to this authority, albeit reluctantly. Ambassador Xylos, Maya said, Earth appreciates your intervention, but we remain suspicious of your motives. Why would the Council take an interest in protecting a species it has never contacted before? Xylos's color shifted to a deeper blue. An astute question, Admiral Rodriguez. The truth is that your quantum shield technology represents something previously thought impossible. The Council has significant interest in studying how humans develop this capacity. I told you, the Vraxian commander interjected. They are a threat. Their neural patterns defy classification. They cannot be properly integrated into the collective consciousness. This revelation confirmed what Dr. Petrov had theorized. There was something fundamentally different about human consciousness that the Vraxians couldn't process. The Vraxians are a hive mind species, Tylos explained. Their method of integration involves absorbing other species into their collective consciousness. Your natural resistance to their quantum-based technology suggests you would be the first species immune to this process. Dr. Petrov stepped forward. Admiral, this confirms my hypothesis. Human neural activity generates quantum patterns that naturally disrupt their technology. It's not just our shields. It's us. Before Maya could respond, alarms blared throughout the command center. Multiple ships dropping out of hyperspace, Chen reported urgently. Vraxian signatures, but not part of the Council delegation. 40-plus vessels approaching rapidly from the Kuiper Belt. It's the Collective's main battle fleet, the Vraxian commander said, his tone almost smug. The Council's protection is meaningless now. Xylos's form flickered with alarm. This violates direct Council orders. The Collective risks sanction. The Collective answers to no one. The Vraxian interrupted. Earth will be integrated and its technology harvested. The transmission cut abruptly as the approaching Vraxian fleet opened fire, not on Earth's vessels, but on the Council delegation ships. The betrayal was swift and devastating, catching the Council forces unprepared. All ships, defensive formation Delta, Maya ordered. Protect the Council vessels if possible, but Earth's defense remains our priority. As Earth's small fleet moved to engage, Maya made a decision. Open a channel to Ambassador Xylos. The ambassador's image appeared, their vessel visibly damaged behind them. Admiral, we cannot withstand this assault. The Council underestimated the Collective's desperation. We have a proposal, Maya said firmly. A temporary alliance. You've seen what our quantum technology can do against Vraxian weapons. We can extend that protection to your ships. Xylos hesitated only briefly. The Council accepts your proposal. Within minutes, Dr. Petrov had transmitted modifications that would allow the Council ships to adapt Earth's quantum shield technology to their vessels. It wasn't a perfect solution. The shields were less effective without the human neural patterns that had inspired their design. But it was enough to level the battlefield. The battle that followed was unlike anything humanity had experienced. Earth's fleet, though small, proved remarkably effective against the Vraxian weapons. The Council ships, once protected by the modified shields, contributed their own advanced weaponry to the fight. From her command center, Maya directed the combined fleet with the precision and adaptability that had become humanity's hallmark. When the Vraxians adapted to one tactic, she shifted to another. When they concentrated their fire on a particular vessel, she ordered quantum shield resonance between multiple ships, distributing the impact. 3 hours into the battle, the tide had turned. The Vraxian fleet, having expected an easy victory, found themselves outmaneuvered and outmatched by the unlikely alliance. When their flagship was disabled by a precision strike from the Defiance itself, the remaining vessels began to retreat. They're withdrawing, Chen confirmed. All Vraxian vessels are creating hyperspace windows. As the command center erupted in cheers, Ambassador Xylos requested a private channel with Maya. Admiral Rodriguez, they began, their crystalline form now a vibrant gold. The Council underestimated both the Vraxians' desperation and humanity's capability. This victory changes the balance of power in our sector of the galaxy. We didn't seek this conflict, Maya replied, but we will defend ourselves. Always. Indeed. Xylos nodded, and therein lies an opportunity. The Council proposes a formal alliance with Earth. Your quantum technology, combined with our resources and knowledge, would create a formidable partnership. Maya considered the offer carefully. Earth will need to discuss such a proposal through proper diplomatic channels. But speaking personally, Ambassador, I believe humanity is ready to join the galactic community. On equal terms. Equal terms, Phylos repeated, with what Maya interpreted as amusement. You've certainly earned that right. The species that repelled the Vraxian collective will not be underestimated again. As the transmission ended, Maya looked out at the stars visible through the command center's viewport. Humanity had faced its first interstellar crisis, not with surrender or compromise, but with innovation and determination. They had not only survived but had established themselves as a force to be respected. The universe was vast and filled with wonders and dangers beyond imagination. But whatever challenges awaited them among the stars, humanity would face them as they always had, together, adaptable and defiant. "Admiral," Dr. Petrov said quietly, joining her at the viewport. "What happens now?" Maya smiled. Now we build. We learn. We explore. The stars are no longer just lights in our sky. They're destinations, and we've just proven we belong out there among them." As Earth celebrated its unlikely victory, news of the battle spread across the galaxy. Humanity, the species that had stood against the Vraxian collective and survived, was now a name known among the stars, a warning to those who might threaten them, and a beacon to those who might become allies. Earth's warship had indeed been a warning the aliens had ignored. They wouldn't make that mistake again.